and the ones that they want to follow. All right. Rather, some leaders are seen as they have to follow and the ones that they want to follow. That's the difference. Today we're talking about something every single one of us deals with every day: people. Whether at work or at home, getting along with people matters. And today we would like to welcome back to the show Daniel Kumar.
Hi, nice to be back on the show again.
Yes. Last episode we had some questions from the audience, from the viewers. So today we look forward to some of your uh, questions or anything that you would like to know from our guest for today, Daniel, of course. All right, let's begin with our first question.
Sure, shoot.
All right. So our topic for today is winning with people. As John Maxwell always say, first person was we must examine ourselves from the mirror principle. What's one lesson you had to learn about yourself before you could lead others effectively?
Thank you, Matet. Of course, you can't win without people. So, definitely, if you want to win in a business, if you want to win in life, you have to have good people around you.
Yes.
And that's what determines the wins. So, one thing that I learned by self examining myself is when I started my leadership career earlier, I wanted everyone to work to my pace and I wanted results at my pace. But then, when I grew older with my role, I realized and I also was mentored by my superiors that you will not get things the way you always want it to be. And that's where you need to be sometimes extra patient. You have to be you have to make the environment for them to give you what you want, and you can't expect it the way you want it all the time. So that's one thing that I realized getting into this leadership journey.
Yes, I totally agree with that. And of course, with the span of years that you have been in the industry and being the CEO of one of the leading private institutions in the country, share to us a piece of advice that you have received on building strong relationships at work.
So again, like you started with John Maxwell him says, people don't care how much you know, they only care how much you care for them. So caring for people is something that uh, makes me personally really serious about. And when you care for people, you see them coming out of their comfort zone and willingly contributing to the organization's success, and they will really come out and do it themselves. There's a big difference in pushing someone to do it and then someone really volunteering to do it.
Yeah, like in the beginning, we have mentioned about they want it, not they have to, right?
Yes.
So, are you trying to say that it will naturally flow when you have that good gel with the people you are with?
Yes, if you have the good people, you take care of those good people, they would do it. But in an organization, you get good people, sometimes you don't. So it's a mixed bag basically.
So, it's about managing or using the resources or whatever you have in the team,
Exactly.
whoever you have in the team.
Yes.
All right. Early in your leadership journey, did you find connecting with people easy, or was it something you had to intentionally practice?
I think connecting with people personally for me was something that I love to do, and I think that was in my gene ever since, because since my young days I used to move around with people and connect with people seamlessly across all ages, across all divisions. I used to connect with people, so I think sometimes people even call me the mayor. So I think that wasn't a big issue for me personally. But I think any leader needs to connect with the people, and I think that connectivity needs to be genuine.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
that's where that connectivity becomes important, and that's where the connectivity really works. So it should be a genuine connection, because people can feel it when you are genuine and when you're trying to just make a small talk for the sake of doing it.
Exactly. You will feel it cringe when it's not real, when it's not
Yeah,
authentic.
cringe is the new word. Yeah, the Gen Z word. Yes, cringe. Yes.
Yeah. And actually, since you mentioned that, was it? This is not from my questions actually. Since
Okay.
you mentioned, do you feel it's like kind of a responsibility because people expect you? Daniel is good at this, so you know, not all days we have been. You have this is not first, second, third time you have guested to the show. You have mentioned that you know there are things that actually people expect from you. Was it a responsibility that you feel like I have to be good at it when today I'm not 100%?
So I think when you are a leader, you need to be good at something. You can't be all not good at everything and expect everyone to do things. But you don't need to be good at everything. That's why you have people. You win with a team. But personally, I feel you need to be good at something to reach the top.
Yes,
So I think that's a
definitely.
must.
Definitely. When dealing with a difficult situation, how do we see others depends on who we are, but how do you make sure you keep a positive perspective?
See, when you deal with a difficult situation, it's always very important that you separate the problem from the person. So that's how you differentiate it. Because if you know that a particular person is a difficult person, and when he comes with a problem, you have already made up your mind on something. So there's a conclusive, you're giving it a closure already. So it's always important to separate the person from the problem. I think that's the easiest way to do it, but it's also tough because your mind works in a strange way, so you have to push yourself as much as possible to do that.
Yeah, since we're talking about difficult situations, then how do you handle confrontations if there are things needs to be corrected?
So yeah, that's something that we do on a daily basis, and personally, I have my own opinion on it, and I think our organizational values also match the same because we always believe, or personally, I also have this belief: bad news should be bad news, and good news should be good news. So if you have anything to be shared, it should be direct, it should be transparent, and you should share the outcome you're expecting from that particular situation. So anything a bad thing shared in a very extremely diplomatic way, nice way, might not even get the message across to the person who wants to do it, or you might not see any corrective action after that. So we have to be nice, we have to respect individuals, but at the same time, whatever you need to say to correct that person, to move them towards your direction, I think you need to get it straight.
We have to say it direct. There's no other way. All right. Since in the beginning you have already mentioned that as leaders you really have to, it's a must to take care of your own people. When we help others, we help ourselves. Do you agree with me?
Definitely, yes.
Right. How was investing in your team paid off in the company or in the organization in unexpected ways or expected ways?
Actually, investing in people is actually the effect compounds. You actually can't measure it. So you do something small to someone somewhere, that will come back to you in a situation, in a place where you never expect it. So not only with your teams, when you do good to anyone,
Yes.
that will always have a positive inflow in your life, in your career, that's for sure. But investing in your own people, doing good with your own people is the most important thing, because basically they are your family,
Yeah.
or they are your closest
Yes.
friends, and you spend more time in office basically, and the most time that we spend at home, we are literally sleeping. So it's good to have that kind of situation, environment in your organization where you contribute, and when you contribute, definitely they'll also contribute towards your life, because it's not only one way thing.
Exactly.
It's always a two-way process. When you contribute, always there'll be a contribution from the other side as well.
Yes, and speaking of naturally flowing,
Yes.
those things that you don't need to ask from them will just
And
Right.
sometimes, like even in CSR or in charity, we say, right, what the right hand does, the left hand shouldn't
Yes.
know. So you don't do things expecting something
Of
from
course,
them.
of
You
course.
naturally do it. The rest will happen on
Yeah.
its own.
Exactly. All right. I know bits and pieces we have been discussing this from day one that you have been guesting in the show, but accumulating those little aspects, how do you can actually create a company culture where people actually look forward to working together every day, coming to work excitedly?
So that's a very interesting question, because sometimes culture is misunderstood.
Mhm.
But in simple, organizational culture is something that you appreciate, that you reward, and that you normally accept. Basically, the rituals that happen on a daily basis define your company culture.
Yes,
So there might
yes.
be certain words in the company which are not supposed to be mentioned. There might be certain words which are appreciated. So things like that. So that those are the things that create a culture. Like there are certain companies who read out the mission statement and start their meetings. So those rituals actually shape the company culture. And in simple, what you accept and what you reward eventually becomes your company culture.
Exactly. Each organization has a unique culture.
Definitely.
Definitely. All right. If you could pick a personal superpower, we would like to know this. Which one or what would it be?
Okay. First up, I'm not a big fan of superheroes.
All right.
So I prefer to be amongst the people without any superpowers. But since this question was asked, I don't
Okay.
want to divert from the question. If I could have a power where I can see the full potential of people just like that, like a mirror, and if I also have the power to tell them that in the simplest possible way and in the fastest possible way, I think as a leader, that would be the best superpower I would have.
I think he wants to be Cyclops, like with the
Um,
with the shades.
yeah.
He can see everything.
Yes,
The potential of every.
that would be good. Like when someone is walking, oh yeah, I know what's your potential and how can
like that,
I?
it will
Yeah,
flash on the right screen of the person or right side
exactly.
of the person. All right. Okay. What is a fun or unexpected thing about you and your team? Would be surprised to know. I would like to know also.
That is the toughest question I have had on the show so far, because after working with my team for 13 long years, I don't think they would I can mention anything unexpected from me to them, because they would have seen the good, bad, the ugly, the worst, everything in me. So what is it? I seriously, I cannot find an answer for that. Maybe they might not have seen my extreme craziness. Maybe that's something they can expect in future. So if the guys are watching this, I think they might get a bit scared as well. So
Do we have any question?
Yes, we do have.
All right.
Oh.
So one question from Arnold. In 5 years, what do you think you will be?
5 years.
Wow, what a question!
On the spot.
In 5 years' time, what
Thank you.
would I be? Okay, I think that's a question that I ask when people come for an interview. Okay, now today it so happened I'm on
I
the
think
spot.
that's the person that you have interviewed.
I think
Time to
So,
get back.
in 5 years, I would like to be a successful entrepreneur as much as I remain as an entrepreneur, and also do much more good to society, especially the young generation, the guys who are just finishing their O levels, finishing their A levels, and just entering their jobs. I would like to inspire them, to tell them what is ahead of them. So
Wow.
in 5 years, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Wow. Thank you. Do we have any more? All right. Thank you. Okay, last question. Complete the sentence. A leader who doesn't know how to win with people is.
He will win short term, but he will never go the complete distance, because you can't go far without people. There's an African proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, you have to go with a team. So any leader who is out there, anyone who aspires to be a leader, your win is definitely with people. You can't win without people, and it is as simple as that.
Exactly. Couldn't agree more. Thank you for always bringing so much wisdom and energy to our conversations.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
And hope to see you guys in future. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. To our viewers, thank you for being with us. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. He already read the script even before I do. Thank you, Daniel. Start small today. Give an intentional compliment or give a smile to someone who needs it. See how quickly that small connection brightens their day. See you all tomorrow at 5 p.m. Your Global Campus, Skills for Tomorrow. Bye-bye.